SPC Chem Tutor. Kerala Teachers Eligibility Test CATET Category 3 കെമിസ്ട്രി എക്സാം കോച്ചിങ്ങിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് ജനുവരി 2021 നടന്നിട്ടുള്ള എക്സാമിൻ്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പേപ്പർ അനാലിസിസ് ആണ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഇതിന് വേണ്ടി കെമിസ്ട്രിയിലെ ഫസ്റ്റ് 40 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ഹു ഇൻവെൻറ്റഡ് ദി ഡിസ്ചാർജ് ട്യൂബ്? ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ഈഗൻ ഗോൾസ്റ്റീൻ, ഓപ്ഷൻ ബി ഹെൻറിച്ച് ഗീസ്ലർ, option C Wilhelm Röntgen, option D Ernest Rutherford. Correct option is option B Heinrich Geissler. Egon Goldstein discovered anode rays. Wilhelm Röntgen discovered X-rays. Ernest Rutherford is a central figure in radioactivity and he put forward nuclear atom model and won in Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908. Heinrich Geissler, who discovered Geissler tube, which is further modified into discharge tube. Then second question, how much will a temperature of 60 degree Celsius in Fahrenheit scale? Option A 80 degree Fahrenheit, option B 100 degree Fahrenheit, option C 140 degree Fahrenheit, and option D 98 degree Fahrenheit. Correct option is option C 140 degree Fahrenheit. In order to solve this question, we have to memorize only one relation. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 degree Celsius plus 32. On substituting the 60 degree in the respective position, we get 140 Fahrenheit as an answer. These are most repeated questions in among CATET or CATET examinations. So mainly 3 common scales are used in order to measure the temperature. First one is degree Celsius, then degree Fahrenheit and Kelvin scale. All these scales are related according to this following relationship. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 degrees Celsius plus 32 and Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. Kelvin scale is the SI unit of temperature. Third question, the reaction takes place in an atom bomb is option A controlled nuclear fission, option B uncontrolled nuclear fission, option C controlled nuclear fusion, option D uncontrolled nuclear fusion. Correct option is option B uncontrolled nuclear fission. Fourth question, sulfide ores are usually concentrated by option A leviation, option B magnetic suppression, option C leaching, option D froth flotation. Correct answer is option D froth flotation. Concentration of ores are done through the following methods. First, leviation or hydraulic washing. It's based on difference in gravity of the ore and gangue particles. An upward stream of running water is used to wash the powdered ore. The lighter gangue particles are washed away and the heavier ones are left behind. Magnetic suppression is a concentration method is based on the magnetic property of one component, either gangue or particle. Leaching is used if the ore is soluble in some suitable solvent. Froth flotation is used to remove gangue from sulfide ores. Then fifth question, 32 gram of oxygen and 28 gram of nitrogen at STP occupy separately a volume of option A 224 liter, option B 22.4 liter, option C 21.4 liter, option D 11.2 liter. Correct answer is option B 22.4 liter. So from the question, number of moles of oxygen is equal to given mass of oxygen divided by molar mass. Here the given mass of oxygen is 32 gram and molar mass of oxygen is also 32 gram. So here in this question oxygen is in 1 mole. So according to Avogadro's law, 1 mole of any gaseous substance occupy 22.4 liters of volume at the STP. Like that, 28 gram of nitrogen, the number of moles is 28 gram by 28 gram per mole. So it's also a 1 mole. Hence answer B, 22.4 liter is the correct answer. 6.1. A N-type semiconductor is made by adding which of the following impurity atom to silicon? A. Indium, B. Boron, C. Gallium, D. Arsenic. Correct option is option D, arsenic. Semiconductors are of two types, N-type and P-type. In N-type semiconductors, fifth group elements is doping element. Pentavalent impurities like arsenic, antimony, phosphorus, bismuth are added. Electrons are the majority carriers and holes are the minority carriers. Extra electron is termed as donor atoms. Electron density is much greater than hole density in N-type semiconductors. The donor energy level is close to the conduction band and away from the valence band. The Fermi level of N-type semiconductors lies between the donor energy level and the conduction band. The majority carriers move from lower to higher potential. All these points are very important since a question has come from this semiconductor portion. Then P-type semiconductor, third group elements of periodic table is the doping element. Trivalent impurities like aluminum, gallium and indium are used not to dope the material, silicon. Majority carriers are holes and minority carriers are electrons. Extra holes are known as acceptor atoms. Acceptor energy level is close to valence band and away from the conduction band. The Fermi level of the P-type semiconductor lies between the acceptor energy level and the valence band. Majority carriers move from higher potential to lower potential in P-type, whereas in N-type, lower potential to higher potential. The next question, an example of a polar covalent bond is option A CCl4, option B CH4, option C HCl, option D KCl. The correct answer is option C HCl. In case of CCl4, this molecule is tetrahedral and chlorine is more electronegative. Hence, the direction of dipole moment is towards the chlorine atom. So, consider this molecule as a sphere. Outer part of this molecule is negatively charged and inner carbon is positively charged. Correspondingly, in magnitude, positively charged. So, hence cancel both these charges. So, in total, it's a neutral molecule. Similar is the case with the CH4. HCl shows polarity due to sharing of valence electron. KCl is a purely ionic compound. Hence, the answer is option C, HCl. 8th question. The catalyst used to reduce the rate of decomposition of H2O2 during its storage is option A H3PO4, option B MnO2, option C HCl, option D Mn2O7. The correct answer is option A H3PO4. 9th question. If the absolute temperature of a gas is doubled and the pressure is reduced to 1/2, the volume of the gas will be? Option A, remains unchanged. Option B, become twice. Option C, increase fourfold. Option D, be halved. Then correct answer is option C, increase fourfold. The used relation is P1 V1 is equal to nRT 1, P2 V2 nRT 2. Then and all these two are represent equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 for first case in the question and equation 2 for second case or doubled case or half case. So from question it is obtained that the latest temperature is 2 times than older one and the pressure is 1 by half of the first one. So by solving the equation as follows, we obtained this: the volume of the gas increased fourfold. Hence the correct answer is option C, increase fourfold. Then 10th question, which among the following will favor backward reaction for a reversible reaction at equilibrium? Option A, increasing the concentration reactants. B, removal of product. C, increasing the concentration of any one of the product and presence of catalyst. The correct answer is option C, increasing the concentration of any of the product. Question means favor backward reaction. So according to Le Chatelier principle, when a system experiences a disturbance such as change in concentration, temperature, pressure or number of moles, it will respond to restore a new equilibrium state. So according to option A, when increasing the concentration of reactant or increasing the A, then product concentration will increases. So like that, option B, removing the product from the this reaction also increase the forward reaction. Presence of catalyst also increase the forward reaction. So hence option C, increasing concentration of any of the product is leads to moving the reaction in backward direction. This is according to Le Chatelier principle. 11th question, monomer of natural rubber is? Option A, cis-isoprene. Option B, trans-isoprene. Option C, cis-1,3-butadiene. Option D, trans-1,3-butadiene. The correct answer is option A, cis-isoprene. The structure of isoprene is given in the above. This is a 5 carbon 1 2 3 4 5 carbon system, and natural rubber is a cis-isoprene, bulky groups on the same side of the chain, and trans-isoprene is called gutta percha. Here bulky groups are on the opposite side of the chain. 12th question, in soap manufacturing, glycerol from spent lye was removed by A, distillation, B, distillation under reduced pressure, C, fractional distillation, and D, steam distillation. The correct answer is option B, distillation under reduced pressure. So glycerol is having high boiling point. Is a high boiling liquid. It's around 290 degrees Celsius. So when at this temperature, when it decomposes before it distills. So simple distillation cannot be used to separate the glycerol molecule. So hence, in order to liquid is made to boil at a lower temperature than its normal temperature by lowering the pressure on its surface. So boiling point of the spent lye is reduced due to reduced external pressure. Hence glycerol can be obtained from spent lye at a higher temperature without decomposition. So, distillation under reduced pressure is a suitable method for the separation. 13th question. Which among the following acids can produce three different types of salts? A. Sulfuric acid, B. Perchloric acid, C. Phosphoric acid, D. Hypochlorous acid. Correct answer is answer C. Phosphoric acid. The structure of all these acids are given. So, acids having 3 hydrogen atoms react with the metal atoms like sodium to form different types of salts. Hence, the correct answer is option C, phosphoric acid. 14th question. Number of atoms present in 18 gram of carbon is? Option A 12.044 into 10 raised to 23. Option B 9.033 into 10 raised to 23. Option C 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Option D 3.011 into 10 raised to 23. The correct answer is option B 9.033 into 10 raised to 23. In this case 12 gram is the atomic mass of carbon atom. 12 gram of carbon atom containing 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 number of atoms or Avogadro number of atoms. So, 18 gram of carbon atom contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 into 18 by 12. Hence, calculating this obtained 9.033 into 10 raised to 23. Hence, the correct answer is option B 9.033 into 10 raised to 23. Thank you for watching.